So, John, tell us about Preventable Surprises.
Thanks for asking. Preventable Surprises is a non-profit. It's a think tank. It's an independent think tank which focuses on systemic issues around sustainability in the financial system. And what we try to do is to create a space for authentic conversations and for creative ideas about making responsible investment better.
And you started your career in the investment industry. What made you move over to what you're doing now?
Well, I did not start my career in the in the investment industry. In fact, I went to business school in the 90s, and it was fascinating that I wasn't that interested in business, but I was rather interested in the intersection of business and society. And so from the beginning, I was interested in figuring out, what is it that shapes society from the business side? What is it that shapes business from society's side? How do these interactions work, and with what effects, and with what ethical questions?
And tell us a little bit about Breaking the Fever.
Breaking the Fever is a podcast that I started with my good friend Allison Taylor, who runs a different think tank called Ethical Systems of the NYU Stern School of Business. It started as a series of kitchen table conversations in the early days of the pandemic, where we thought there are things happening that we don't understand, and it's a good time to challenge ourselves, reset our assumptions, and go talk to people and learn about the world. And that started what's now been a more than 2 years inquiry and set of conversations with fascinating people. The new season, we started just before the summer, is around power shifts. That's fascinating. Our next guests is Desiree Fixler, who is actually also a speaker at the conference today.
Excellent. And tell us a little bit about what do you see the biggest challenge for individuals? Because we see society has to make some changes, but what can individuals do to affect change?
I would think that it comes from three places, and what the change is will depend on where people are in society and so on. One of them, I would say, is optimism. Look, I'm a pessimist, but for my work, I'm an optimist. Otherwise, I would be doing something else. Second is humility. And I think humility is fundamental. We are dealing with very complex challenges, and all the simple solutions are plain wrong. And the third is courage. And courage is what is required to challenge norms, to challenge our work environment, our personal lives, our political lives, in order to affect some form of change.
And finally, tell us, how have you found ECEC?
I'm loving it. First of all, I'm so grateful that I was invited to speak with this audience, and I've been meeting a lot of really nice people. Thanks again for having me.
Thank you.